You know what? I can at least just go and build the, what is it you need there for a rocket platform? Is it lubricant or copper wire or a computer chip? Let's find out. So I can at least start that. It's the computer chip, okay. So to do that, we just head to here. To the grassy plateaus. And we'll lose Super Sea Glide, but we can immediately come back and get it, so that's fine. I can actually release that. That's not going to work. But it can carry me to the surface. So let's just start that. Okay, and then we head back to get Super Sea Glide again. Cool. Of course it takes me to a different part of the safe shallows, which is kind of annoying. But it's also fine, because what I can do is I'm just going to pick up some materials to make some more scanners and more batteries if I need to. Just need to get to the PCF. That's all I need to do. One way or the other, I just need to get there. And then we'll be almost done. You know what? I should actually grab some bladderfish from here. Just to have as safety. And we're going to pop in here and grab the medkit from there. Since we didn't have Super Sea Glide anyway. Sure. Okay. Few bits and pieces. So we can now make a battery. We'll have the titanium, which we can then use to make something else later. I mean, we could start making the gantry and everything as well, but I can fit everything else in my inventory all at once. We don't need to min-max this too much. Okay, we have a spare battery at least, because I'm going to need it. I should have kept the ion batteries instead of turning them into the power cells, but never mind. I was too eager. So, next thing to consider. Where can I go from here? Grassy plateaus we know about. B is bulb zone from Lost River. That's right. That's the other place we ended up, was the bulb zone from Lost River. D. So that's there. A gets us to the crash zone from the crag field. Does that get us closer to what we wanted to do? Crash zone from crag field. F. E is an active lava zone. That's where we need to get to. So we go there and then we go there. Okay. I can't be bothered going all the way down there just yet unless I really have to. Let's get a couple of extra kyanite and test the theory of the lava lakes first. So we want to go to the kelp forest first. So we actually want to accept this teleport for once instead of dodging it. Okay, bulb zone from Lost River. Cool. That's right, I remember coming here really early. I haven't actually tried going the other way on this one. Yeah, and then this is the mountains that we've now strayed into, I'm fairly sure. Crash zone from Cragfield. Perfect. And now we just want the grassy plateau, which is conveniently right here. Inactive lava zone from Lost River. Yeah, that's right. We ended up here, and that's where we got nickel really early. That's right. Okay, cool. Now we can get our kyanite at least. And then I think we want to try, if we can, I want to get over to the other entrance to the lava lakes. I think we've... Let's just quickly take a look at this. C, yeah, so D. We want to get over to the other one. Yeah. So basically we want to just blitz through here, go out the other side. So 2 kyanite. There's 1, and there's 2. Good, so we've got our kyanite. Perfect. Don't want to go into the thermal plant. I can't remember where that actually takes us. Maybe we do. But I don't think we want to go there. We want to go this way instead. Out other side. And head to the lava lake's entrance down here. And we'll test that. Because that just eliminates another question mark. And that's just what we need to do at the moment. Where do we go? Floating island from sparse reef. Okay, that's not too useful. But we've now ticked off all of those. Floating island from sparse reef. Okay. Dunes from blood kelp is there. Sea is cragfield from kelp forest. That's the portal. Okay. Well, I think we actually just want to die now. So that's kind of awkward, because now we've got to get to a different part of the island, I think, don't we? Because we've got to get to where we can drown. So, dunes from blood kelp. Basically just the southern side of the island, so I guess anything will do. I don't think there's anything else I want on here. We imagine combining this with the randomizer where like random scans gave you things and you like scan a plant and it gives you a sea glide. That would be really absurd. Okay, so is there anything I want to do here? Is it worth me doing anything here? I don't think so, because we've eliminated all of these. I mean, we were initially trying to get to B. Oh, okay, well that... I was trying to die anyway. Surprise warper out of nowhere. Does the trick. Thanks, Boris, for the hug. Oh, we've lost one of the kyanite. We only kept one. We have to retrace our steps and get a second one. So sad. Oops, that one. Oh, we lost Super Sea Glide was the other part of the problem with that. Okay. I mean, I guess we don't need another one now, technically. We could use one of our others. But it's like, while we're in the zone, we're going to need them eventually to make the rocket. So we may as well just get them now. Alright, so it is really quick to get back there once I actually remembered where to go. Once I actually figured out what the hell I was doing. There we go. One more kyanite. And then it's a case of where else do I want to try going. Where does the thermal plant actually take me? Active lava zone. Grand Reef. Don't think that's useful. I should have just made the blue tablet. I don't know why I didn't, because then I could just find my way to there. It's fine. I keep thinking of, I could have done this so much more efficiently. This is not an efficient run. We're not optimizing this. It's random every time. There's no point trying to optimize anything. There we go, kyanite. Good. Done. Don't pick up anything else without saving inventory. But let's just... Where's the transition point? There we go. Grand Reef from Sparse Reef. Oh look, a base. I've been here before. So, is there any reason to do anything else from here? Grand Reef from Sparse Reef? Probably not. I think it is just a case of now we just drown and go back, because now we want to find our way to... so we've pretty much eliminated so many of the other places. We can probably just rely on warpers taking us out at this point, because we are so infected by now. Oh, that's right, that was the next thing to try here. It's try your luck with the grassy plateaus to try and get that node to go up there. That's from the mushroom forest from mountains. There's no guarantee you actually get up there. If that ends up to be the one that I need, I'm going to be pissed. So lava lakes, we know one thing, and that is that one there. Apparently. I thought we'd been there before. I guess not. We don't know that transition point. So we ended up there. Mushroom forest from grassy plateau. So then we'd need to test those two out as well. Another time. We'll do that if we have to. First we will actually test whether or not we need to do that. Those are the ideas of, okay, we need to eliminate every single thing in order to get to the primary containment facility. Well, no, to the aquarium, which might still be true, but we don't know yet. So, make a second blue tablet. We now have two. Good. Now we figure out how to get back to the alien base. At that point, so, alien base. Because we've done it once. M, wasn't it? M, dunes. Yeah, dunes from alien base. So M, dunes, G. Right, that's right, it's to get to that one there, so G. So we need to get back to the dunes. Which we can do from the floating island. Oh, so we were most of the way there. We were like right there. Okay. Grassy plateaus from safe shallows. So C. Oh, that actually works really well, doesn't it? C. So grassy plateaus from safe shallows. So that's D. Takes us to dunes from kelp. Yeah, okay, so we want to do that. Because we can get to the grassy plateaus from... yeah, F is safe shallows from grassy plateaus. Yeah, cool. Okay, we're getting there. We're making progress. I think. Maybe. Or at the very least we're setting ourselves up for more disappointment. When we determine that, oh, we do actually have to eliminate more question marks because we actually need to go other places. Okay, now the crucial point here is I want to get to the safe shallows, not the kelp forest, which I kept doing, because C is the kelp forest. I want to do this, dunes. I want to do dunes from kelp forest. So let's just cross into the radiation slightly. I think I did get it right last time, actually, didn't I? I mean, that wreck is in the safe shallows, not the kelp forest, so this should be fine. Dunes from kelp forest. Perfect. Right. Now, alien base. To the alien base. So there's the mushrooms, so we just follow this line a bit. There'll be a wreck to our left. And then there'll be a big hole in the ground. We want the big hole in the ground. Here's the big hole in the ground. Nope, that's a small hole in the ground. We want a big hole in the ground. Further along, we're further south than I thought. Here's the wreck. Okay, we hadn't got to the wreck yet. We shouldn't need oxygen because of where we're going. See, I was optimistic at one point and thought that, oh cool, once we've got everything, we'll be in go mode once we find that place. I'm now no longer so sure because of how the map shows the divisions being different. Missed the entrance. Because it looks a lot like you get to the aquarium and it goes, nope, and it teleports you somewhere else. And if that's true, we're going to be a bit disappointed. Okay, let things load in. But we do have the other portals here, and we do have 4 ion cubes, so if that's the case, we can at least go to other biomes really quickly. They won't take us where we want to go, but might help us to eliminate things if we need to. So, is this another transition? I suspect it is. So far, so good. Have we done it? Are we going to do it? Are we gaming?
Are you here to play?
I am here to play.
Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone.
I'm waiting for the teleportation prompt.
They bored me.
No.
Now they're gone.
Okay.
Instead, we
So
have
that's comforting to know. That's
we
good.
are curious.
What that
where
means
you
is that the other
swim
icon on the map for this
or
just
fight
represents
against
the
it
exit portal.
as
It
they
won't take us
did.
to the mountains, it'll take us somewhere else, but that's fine. If anything, that might be useful, because it might make it easier to get back again. So, going through the process to get back here in order to do the hatching, it's not the end of the world. It's going to be more annoying to get back to the gun, I think.
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plant.
So we did that by getting to the thermal plant and taking the portal, didn't we? So that opens that. Now let's go grab the other ion cube.
My young need to hatch, to play outside.
Oh, we actually have ion cubes on us. I
We
didn't
have
need to.
been
Oh, I need the sea crown though,
so
don't I?
long.
Don't think I got the
Others
sea
built
crown.
a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom,
Maybe I did.
but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
So I feel that early on, when I managed to get lucky enough to go to some of the other biomes, like I ended up in the bulb zone, I ended up at the mushroom forest, I think I took samples of things as I went. So I think I've got all of the cure components. Maybe not. Well, if you open the door, you know what, I'm just gonna stock up on some oxygen. Though I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, she hasn't done the sand blowing thing. Still haven't quite figured out what the exact trigger is this. You just get closer to it seems. Okay. I've got bladderfish on me, it'll be fine. Let's see where this portal takes us. Either way, we'll get the hatching enzyme
With the
blueprint,
passage you
which is good.
opened, my
Then we
young
can just keep that on us until we find our way back.
At first they must
Teleporting.
feel the
There we
time
go.
is right and
2,
break free of their
1.
shells. This
Okay.
is what the others could not
Okay,
force
crash zone from bulb zone.
to you. I give the secret willingly.
Well, I guess we're going back. Thanks, Sammy the Safety Reaper. If there was another point that we could have tried from there. So, to get back to the PCF to hatch things, we have to go all the way down the other end. I wonder if I'd done that earlier before I opened the portal, if it would have dumped me there without a way back. Well, we have 2 medkits. That should be enough to take us the whole way down. So we need to get to the crash zone first. Oh, we need Super Sea Glide first. So, crash zone. Ideally I want to come in, yeah, so B is the one that I haven't discovered yet, but C is Cragfield from Grassy Plateaus. So, that wasn't it Cragfield? Hang on, I'm confused. How did this work again? We had it down just before, and now I've lost it again. So we went to Kelp from the shallows, didn't we? So we went, what did we do? We went safe shallows to Kelp Forest, which is B. That took us to the bulb zone. The bulb zone, we then went to the mountains, which is A. That took us to the crash zone from the crag field. All the way down here. Oh, so we need to end up in the crag field. That's the thing. Which we haven't done. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference though. We then just need to get all the way through to the top end, one way or the other. It would be nice if we could come in at one of the other points, like Cragfield. If we could get to the Cragfield somehow easily. But I don't think we easily can. Oh, it's like Crash Zone C takes you to the Cragfield, right? Okay. That's, yeah. Yeah, that's the easiest way to get to the Cragfield, but we don't want to do that. Okay, right, whatever. Let's just quickly harvest some more of those, because I want to make sure I've got enough medkits. So we are pretty much in go mode now. It is just a case of making sure that I figure out where I'm going. Okay. And then it's just making the rocket. Which we could have made like a few extra stages of by now, but whatever. Wait for this to spin up. Maybe just sidestep basically to get to the mountain. Crash zone from Cragfield, okay. And now we just want to go north, basically. And we just want to go all the way to the other end. We can even go around the other side of the Aurora if we wanted to. You know what? Let's do that, because we don't go over there very often. There's these lovely mesas over here. It's not even in the radiation. I love this part of the map. And you never get a chance to actually come over here. It would be nice if there was something over here. Maybe, you know, if maybe the Degassy got over here and built another base. That would have been cool. As it is, there's just lots of Reapers. Thankfully we have Super Sea Glide now. Okay, here's the radiation. So we want to go the other side of the Aurora, all the way to the end. And that should take us back to the aquarium. Forget that there's a bit actually out of the water at that point. So take one of those. And then we make sure that we cure ourselves when we're in there. Just wait for the eggs to hatch and everything. The Aurora is a big ship. We often forget just how big it is. And I don't know the landmarks of it on this side very well. Oh, there's Sammy, in fact. So now we want to dive and make sure that we're going to the right place. So I want to make sure that I get to the bulb zone. That's the dead zone. Let's take another one of those real quick. Here's the bulb zone. Good, 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 good. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pow. Perfect. Hi, Mama. I'm back. Down we go. And hatch the eggs and sit on top of a brain coral. And check my map. Because the next thing I need to do is figure out how to get back to... How was it that we got into the mountain island? Lost river from inactive lava zone? There's also a question mark there that we haven't discovered. Oh, we just took the portal as normal. That's right, wasn't it? We took the portal from the... Yeah, so it was from the lava lake one instead. It was... No? Wrong one. L. Blood kelp from Lost River. E. That's right, so we need to get back to the blood kelp zone. Kelp forest from Sparse Reef. Or mushroom forest from Underwater Islands. I think kelp forest from Sparse Reef? Trying to figure out how we worked our way back there now. So kelp forest from Sparse Reef. So that's this one down here. And it was I. Takes us to blood kelp from mountains. But to get to this part of the kelp specifically, we need to do... Wait, H, alien base from Lost River? Oh, alien base from Lost River. Oh, that requires us actually getting to the Lost River first. That was, where is it? Kelp Forest from Grand Reef K. Which one's K? The one all the way up there. Right, okay, going into that point. And to do that, we first have to get to J, which is Crash Zone from Kelp Forest. So Crash Zone there from Kelp Forest. D is Alien Base from Lost River. Okay, well we can get to the Crash Zone easily enough, can't we? Okay. Okay, I didn't realize you guys hadn't actually started hatching because I hadn't moved for some reason. Player movement is required or something? Or just because I was in a paused state? That's kind of weird. I thought you'd have dropped a cure ball by now. I mean, we're going straight back to the crash zone, actually. So then it's just a case of following the crash zone all the way down to the kelp forest instead. It's a long way, but we've got some health, some medkits. It's a look trigger. Yeah, okay. I've never had to care about it before. Because normally we don't just stop and do nothing, but you know what? I'm going to scan you, because you're here. Now, if some of you could start burping up some enzyme, that would be
My young
muchly
are
appreciated.
swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What
Are
will
you
it be
gonna
like
drop some
to go to
enzyme
sleep
real quick,
and
guys?
never wake up?
Yes, good.
Perhaps
Thank
next
you.
week
That's all we need.
I will be an ocean current, carrying
And we get to
seeds
watch
to
the
a
mama
new
cutscene.
land, or a creature so small it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
So sad. I cry every time. Back to the crash zone. I feel sorry for the Sea Emperor babies because they're just ending up in the radiation now. Sorry guys. Oh, we probably could have actually done this and then grabbed a cure ball. And he ended up here. And then we'd have died during the cure animation. And we would have been sad. That would have been hilarious. So I'm glad I didn't do that. So sad. Anyways, yep, pretty much. It's that thing of Jeremy Clarkson going, oh no. Anyway. So we're skirting along the crash zone here, because we don't want to cross into the shallows or anything. We also don't want to die. So we're gonna do that real quick. I can't see a bloody thing because of the radiation and it's nighttime. But I can see a little bit, but certainly not much. It's kind of useful we've got our distance markers though. This is still shallows, I guess. We want kelp forest. Ooh, I see seeds. That means kelp forest. Okay, I think this takes us where we want to go. Alien base from Lost River. I'm no longer sure this takes us where we want to go. It's the wrong alien base from Lost River. Bugger. Of course, there's 2 alien bases from Lost River. Back we go, because we need oxygen. What is this nightmare? That's a great question. It is exactly that. It is a nightmare. We can get oxygen at least. Where do we go now? I mean, if in doubt, we just go all the way back and reconsider. We can head towards the Cyclops and stuff because we know that that is the right place. We can also head all the way south again and end up back in like the bulb zone. So let's just do that. If we go to the crag fields. Right, so here's this area here. So we don't want to go back to the inactive lava zone. But if we go back to the crag fields, should be this way somewhere. Crash zone's really big, y'all. There we go, crag fields. This should take us back to the bulb zone from mountains. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Okay. Let's go up and grab some oxygen real quick. In fact, let's also... Oh, no. Hang on. Excuse me. What biome did you think I was going in then? I'm meant to be in the bulb zone, thank you very much. Apparently not. Just going to grab some of these just to get some sustenance, and I'm going to go up for air. And we're going to reconsider our next step. Because we need to get back to the gun. And I thought I was going the right way, but I'm clearly not. I forgot how terrible they are for food. But I should be safe up here. Okay. So I'm in the bulb zone now. Where do I need to go? So working my way back, let's go alien base again. So J is crash zone from kelp forest. Oh yeah, that's right. Crash zone from kelp forest. I was reading the wrong one. I was reading kelp forest from Grand Reef, I think, but that's K instead. Right. Okay. For that, we actually want a Lost River thing instead. We want Lost River. We want like B, which is kelp forest from dunes. Oh, that's right. It's that really tricky little bit. Yeah. It maps your portals. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine? I think the first iteration didn't. I think when Selvna first tried out this, after they'd come up with it, it didn't, and you just had to write down everything. Or you'd basically have to print out maps with have little whiteboard markers and stuff. Yeah. So I'm actually going to take a short break because I need to hook up my daughter's next feed. So we'll do that. So I'll be back in a sec. And we're back. Sal would have just whiteboarded everything we've seen as masterpieces. Yeah, this is true. He'd have just drawn it all out. Okay, so there's one place we haven't been, but we don't need to bother about it, I think is the point. So coming out of there is Grandery from Sea Treader's Path, because we want to get to B, I think. Do we? Do we even want to get to B? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Oh, this is doing my head in. How did we get back? We got back there again recently, and I've already completely forgotten it. So the point is L, isn't it? L is where we want to get back to. L is Blood Kelp from Lost River. So, which it should actually say Blood Kelp, Lost River entrance. And to get there, D is how we get there. So that's Kelp Forest from Sparse Reef. So there's Kelp Forest from Sparse Reef. That's I. Blood Kelp from Mountains. Yep, Blood Kelp Mountains entrance. So we need to get to this part here. So Mushroom Forest seems to be a big nexus. G is Grand Reef from Kelp Forest. So it gets us, so that's that bit. So that's B. Yeah, so we need to get to Grand Reef. Grand Reef, we have a few options. One of them is Kelp Forest from... Oh no, that's where we're trying to get to, sorry. One of them is Cragfield from Crash Zone. So here, so we want to get to the Cragfield. And then we want to go A. B is Crash Zone from Safe Shallows. So that's B. That gets us there. And then we go A. So we do like that and then that. And then to get to the Crash Zone, we already know how to get to the Crash Zone. And that is by going back to the mountains. Okay, right. I think we've sorted it out. What's left to do? Literally just turn off the gun and build the rocket. Like we have been in essential go mode for a while. And a lot of it is just navigation issues. So, Crash Zone. We're back in the Crash Zone. We don't have any more medkits, but that's fine because it's easy to get back here. We want to go this way, and we've got to go all the way through to where we can get to the shallows. All that mapping to turn off the gun. Correct. I mean, there's a couple of ways to do that. But the easiest way I found is to take the portal from the thermal plant. All of the alien base bits are, it turns out, one big biome. So the portals that go between the alien bases are still reliable, which is kind of good to know. I'm going to die. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I got stuck. I went too far right and got stuck. Never mind. Not a big deal. I don't have anything on me that I need. All done. So, the other option would be trying to get into the alien base from... So this is the alien base map. It's all like this. And the other way to get in would be either H, which is on the top, I think, which we don't actually know how to get into the top, or I, which is Lost River from Inactive Lava Zone. So then we'd have to go to Inactive Lava Zone, and then it's one of these. It's... which one? Actually, wait, does that even work? Maybe that doesn't even work. Alien base. What is it? I. Oh, that's where we go to, isn't it? Yeah. To Lost River from Inactive Lava Zone. That's the thing, is sometimes it's hard to link up which one it is. Oh, Lost River, sorry. We want to go Lost River, and then it's from an active lava zone, alien base, E. So that's this one here. So if you go into the Lost River here, then that will actually take you to the mountain in the Moonpool entrance. But getting here, I think, is even harder than what we were just trying to do. So, let's just make some more medkits. We're actually going to teleport, but that's fine because we can just go straight back to where we were. And we're not too far away. I should have just come here, actually. All portals are two-way? Yes? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you mean like, yeah, so if you've discovered that, like this for example, going into the kelp forest takes us to that to the Lost River portal, going back the other way takes us to this point, yes. Yeah, you can come and go back, yep. It doesn't go to the same spot as such, that's the confusing thing. It'll go to the same biome, but it might take you to a completely different place. Like we went out of the safe shallows into the kelp forest over here, we came in down there. So there is that. It is a bit confusing. It is at least daytime now. So now that it's daytime, we might have a bit more hope of getting where we want to go. So now we just sidle over this way here and we teleport. So this is the mountain biome at this point, and now we're in the crash zone. Unfortunately, all the way at the bottom end of it. That's fine. Now we make our journey again. This time we're just going to skim along this ridge a lot more, because this is all crash zone along here. Yeah, I should have been aiming towards the Cyclops and stuff, actually. I went way too far right. I was forgetting that this whole ridge area is still considered crash zone. So, I think if it wasn't for me getting confused and occasionally lost, we'd have been well and truly done by now. So now we go here, and now we cross into the safe shallows. That wreck is definitely in the safe shallows. Okay. Now I've got to remember the next step. Okay, Cragfield from Grassy Plateaus. So now we want to go from Cragfield into the crash zone. Fairly sure. Reaper proximity makes me panic. Yeah. Dead Eyes mod because it seems interesting. It's a mind bender, that's for sure. It is quite interesting. Out of all of the like randomizer mods and stuff, this was the one I was actually interested in. Random resources and stuff doesn't interest me as much. I prefer making things harder, like I prefer the custom craft one instead. So now we want to get to B, Kelp Forest. Whereas this is just kind of orienteering, which is quite fun. I think I keep mixing myself up in the way that I'm reading the map, which just doesn't help. Okay, now where are we? Now we're in the Kelp Forest from Cragfield. Good. I think this is correct. Stuck up on oxygen. So we're here, we need to go to I. So we specifically need blood kelp from mountains. So we need to go towards the grassy plateau, but not into it. We wait until we can see it. Good. And now we just follow this, because the way to get to the... The way to get to the sparse reef is tricky, because this is a really weirdly shaped thing here. So I think it's this protrusion here. And then, because that's the Grand Reef. Are you the sparse reef? We can just keep coming back until we find it. Blood kelp from mountains. Perfect. There we go. Good, 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 good. And now we're just going to sail straight down towards the Lost River. What? I am running out of power on things. 29%. It's fine, we don't need much more. That is the dead zone. Oh, it put us right on the edge of the map. Okay, cool. Let's just grab some oxygen. We will be going to an alien base, but we've got to get there first. No, I don't want to leave. Actually, we've got a ton of bladderfish. What am I talking about? We've got like 4 bladderfish. There's the Ghost Leviathan, so we know we're in the right direction. Here's the big cave. The Ghost Leviathan's pretty much always over the lab cache, so it's quite handy to use as a waypoint. Forces you to know the biome boundaries. Yeah, exactly. And some of them are really not clearly marked. Like that last one, just trying to figure out the bits. It's great for learning what borders which biome, that's for damn sure. You'll lose all the time in your eco practice, yeah. I ended up scanning the one in the Grand Reef instead. Alien base, here we go. So this is where we need it to come. This was what we were waiting for. We found this earlier in the stream, like an hour ago or something. Over an hour ago now, I think. This is what we were really trying to find. We were hunting around for last time. And now we run through the portal, and we were pleasantly surprised to find that because both alien base biomes are the same, it's all just one big alien base biome, then this doesn't take you anywhere else. So now I can run up and disable the gun, and then we can go launch the rocket, and we can be free of this until we decide to do it again. This is why I don't do those jumps in creative glitchless, because I never get them right. I'm always hanging up on things. There we go. I think I figured out what the problem is with it though. Okay. Use they don't screw with the actual portals. Oh, they do. No, the other portals don't go where you expect them to. The Mountain Island portal, that doesn't go to the floating island anymore. Floating island portal, that goes somewhere different. It's just because those specific portals, or that specific portal goes between two alien bases. So the 4 that are down at the bottom of the PCF, they will still go to where you expect to go. But, yeah. All bets are off on any portal that does not go directly to another alien base. We're just lucky that that one connects directly instead of doing like the PCF and going out into the ocean. We kind of just want to die now, to be honest. I mean, I would demonstrate, but it'll take me forever to find one of the other portals. Because, yeah, the first time I went through one of the other portals, I think it was the Mountain Island one, and I was thinking, oh, I can just go through to the floating island. And it took me there. The destination loads, so you think you're there, and then it comes up saying, teleporting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like the one from inside the aquarium. That normally goes outside the mountain. That took me to the crash zone. Which was fine, because it was easy to get back again. Okay. Now we can take everything out. We don't need the bladderfish anymore. We don't need the base materials anymore. We don't need the extra ion cubes anymore. Though we could keep them if we wanted to. And we take out all of these. And a couple of flares, because why not? And now we go to... Now the... I'm actually going to go this way, because this is the fun thing. This is the first thing that the transitions that I found, I think. No, second after the kelp forest one. So we want to go up here towards the jelly shroom cave. It's going to be in the radiation a little bit, that's fine. So things are just over there. Teleporting. And there they are. It just brought me closer. Okay, now we've just got a lot of waiting to do because we haven't done this efficiently. We could have just been coming back and forth every now and then, so this will just be done and ready and waiting for us, but we didn't. I'm surprised that this isn't considered in the radiation. I don't know which point that it actually radiates from. I guess maybe a central point. We're like here. Because just up here is in the radiation. It doesn't seem to spread that far south. It's kind of weird. How this could possibly be done efficiently and keep your head on straight? It could be done more efficiently. That's for sure. Like I was thinking that since it was so convenient to get to this point, like I built the Cyclops earlier and stuff, I could have just been, any time that I was kind of idling and thinking of things to do, Could have just come here, started the next segment, gone back, got Super Seaglide again. But it wasn't really worth it. But we're almost done with this now. And then we can run up. And it's night time again. Definitely reading the directions and figuring out which one each meant. That took me a while to get my head around. I still make mistakes on it. So there's a few places we never ended up going. I don't know what logic there is to prevent things from just being like locked out. I suspect there's a few things that would have just been very difficult to go to. Like H, for example, so that's... I guess we could have figured that one out. We could have gone up the top. So it's alien base to the mountain island, I guess, is that one. So I guess we never took that exit. And then for A, we would have had to take the portal from the PCF to get to that bit. Oh no. Wait, no, that's one of the caches. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would have gone out of that. Because you can't get into that from any other way. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, I think there's a few bits where you get, like, there will be places you just can't go. There needs to be a little bit of logic around that, I think. Because, yeah, I'm not sure how I would have gotten out of there. It's a bit weird. The front of the ship? Yeah, maybe. We'll just do the last one normally. Let's pick up one of them. The real pro strat is to just make more flares so you have one for each one.
Primary computer systems active.
Actually, the front of the ship does make sense because the bulb zone gets completely inundated with radiation, which makes no sense because the drive core is right at the back. And we're done. Finally finished. That took a little longer than we expected.
Ready to launch on your command.
I should have saved it so I could have kept looking through my various things, but I don't think it matters.
9, 8.
They'll be random again next time.
6.
If I do another.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It was quite fun. I just feel like doing it again, the uniqueness is kind of gone, so... It's still a different challenge every single time, though. I can see why people do randomizer runs of things. Randomizing the blueprints, I think, would be cool as well. Within reason, anyway. There's just so many blueprints.
Debris field.
And the worst thing is there's just so many you don't need. Because I think part of the problem is with the blueprint randomizer is there's just so many superfluous things. It's not like a normal key item game where all of them are going to be useful to a greater or lesser extent. And so you're always going to want to go to the same places, generally. There's a few that are exceptions, I guess, but... It's just, I guess it's kind of like Zelda games where it's just a small chest might have an important item.
1.
Scanning a chair might give you the rocket blueprint, I guess. I guess in that point, 100% experience helps because you know where all of the things are to scan, or all
What is a
blueprints.
wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
Bye, Mama. Bye, Mama. We'll have the credits. I don't have anything to do dancing timer with, but we can at least enjoy the credits. And now we get the awkward silence because they made the credits too long with the newer update. This isn't mods off September 2018. I think it's still an older version. It's not like latest patch, but yeah. They really needed to just speed the credits up or add on something else at the end here. Would have been nice. Because they added like extra translation credits or something, I think. Even though there's already the hundreds of dedicated online translators, but I think they gave some specific ones or something. What do we do now?
Welcome home to all Terra. Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
And we're done.